Oh shit, how do I know when this fucking thing is playing or not? Well, the camera. What? What do you mean? How do I get the camera set right? Well, do I even fucking need the camera? Yo, just fuck the camera. Unhook. I don't need that. Look, this is a one-time thing, anyways. The SBJ will be back, so just get rid of the camera. What? I can't swear so much. How the fuck do you expect me to do a show if I can't swear? All right. All right, it's 7:30. Let's kick this thing off.
I'm living with the gimmick and wins from beginning to end. No gimmick if I rip it through, I live it then. And you can't do it, so ain't no need for mimicking. I'm not innocent, I'm on a mission, so let me finish it. Matter of time before they summon the army in. I'm probably on the FBI's most wanted list. I'm probably gonna end up hung like an ornament. I'm on a life mission to abolish all
All right. It looks like there's some good fucking matches on this card tonight other than this first one. This first match is gonna be probably something similar to a pile of shit that I stepped in once upon a time when I was in Iraq walking through this field. I stepped in this huge pile of steaming fucking goat shit. And that is probably a close equivalent to what this Lee Clark versus Dean Moxley match is going to be. I guess with Mox in there, at least you guys have something to look forward to, because you know somebody is gonna bleed. Give it to him. This Moxley guy, he's one tough son of a bitch, though. We've seen him, if you remember right, a number of episodes ago, I caught a show, and he took a full-on Brandon the Maniac Coleman five-knuckle shuffle to the face, a fistful of brass knuckles right to the side of his dome, shook it off, laughed at Coleman, and then proceeded to beat his ass all over the arena. After Coleman couldn't really do much to Mox, I don't really expect this Lee Clark guy to do basically anything. I think at this point right now, Mox is just kind of, making himself try to feel a little bit of pain before he turns it on and just mops the floor with this Clark guy. I got a note here in front of me that apparently this briefcase up here, if Lee Clark somehow manages to survive any length of time and he crawls up the ladder and he can pull that little briefcase down before Mox does, in it is a contract to once again fight Dean Moxley, but this time for Moxley's Extreme Championship. Drew said that I have to come in here and be as non-biased as I can be, which, I mean, in this first match, both of these guys are, fucking bums. So that's pretty non-biased, right, Drew? Moxley looking to lay some lumber, and there he goes, bashing Lee Clark right in the forehead with his fucking table. Do you see him? He just flopped right over, not moving at all. Is Mox going to try to stand the ladder on top of the table? Mox propped the table up for some reason. Thought he might be interested in trying to put... Oh, Jesus! Lee Clark. Mox took his eye off the fight for a second, and Lee Clark got a hold of that ladder, just tattoos him on the forehead. Lee's going to definitely regret that here pretty soon. Well, thought for sure Mox was going to have it. Look out, Mox. Oh, shit. Lee Clark power bombs him off that ladder. He's staying on him. I give it to him here. Lee Clark is, he's not stopping. He's going to keep putting the fight. Not sure what he's doing. He's standing there talking some shit to Moxley. That's probably not a great idea. Come on, Clark. Grab the damn ladder. Had all the time in the world. Wasted it. Now Mox is back up on his feet. Mox is split open, though. Leaking life juice all over the arena. Clark, very smart move there. Busting his face further open. Clark goes to the furthest way around. What the hell is he doing? This guy's not very bright, is he? He could have just walked up the ladder there. Further away from Mox. Big mistake. Mox is going to drag him off here in a second. Slaps him in the ass. And what? Mox is just standing there and fucking let Lee Clark grab that briefcase down. Look at this shit right here. Knees to the dome piece. Boom. Dripping life force all over the arena here. Look at it again. They call a plumber. Fucking Dean Moxley sprung a leak. I guess that just means that Mr. Lee Clark gets to face Dean Moxley again. Back at this, we saw the news earlier. There's been a lot of chats on exactly what to do with this tag team situation with one of the members of New Millennia injured. It looks like the most likely case is apparently there's some fill-in that's friends of the New Millennia guys that might jump in there and at least give them a shot to heal up and get back in action. Logan Black coming out here, the son of James Black. What's up, Noah? SBJ caught COVID. There's no SBJ here tonight, brother. SBJ is in the hospital with COVID pretty bad. They're talking he's going to be out of commission for like 10 days or so. Trying to get someone else to come on here and do live commentary. We were talking about Sander or CFT or somebody, but couldn't get a hold of him. All right, man. Thanks for checking in. Hit that like button. I'm sure good old SBJ will appreciate seeing Noah Youngblood dropping a like on one of his shows here while he's away. Couple young bucks about to throw down out here right now. TJ Hawkins making his way to the ring. Take on, I almost said Noah Youngblood. Jesus Christ. Take on Mr. Logan Black. Sure, James Black is going to get a kick out of this guy. James not a huge Chicago Bulls or Michael Jordan fan. I think Hawkins probably purposely knowing that wore the Bulls attire out here. James Black, definitely one of the most dangerous men in the industry. He's got his suit on, but I wouldn't put it past him. We all know kind of what he had done to me here in the not so distant past. Mr. Hawkins needs to pay attention and, keep himself the opposite side of the ring that James is on. James recently, over in 3Dub, helped reform the Megastars, Hollywood Watkins, and believe it or not, Dylan Mason appears to have teamed up with Black and Watkins. Both of these two young men very good in the ring. Logan, as you know, I've been, watching Logan grow up and train since he was, pretty young. Still pretty close to the kid. Refers to me as his uncle. I know Logan and James had another bit of a falling out over in 3Dub recently, so make sure you guys go check that out. So it's kind of, surprising to see here in HWA. I think that first match put me to sleep, to be honest. This one should be a lot more exciting, but look at that beautiful move from my boy Logan. Just see the height that he got on that. I mean, I've seen this young man since he was a little kid, but still, some of the stuff that he can do still puts me in awe. Just his natural ability. I wish at 26, 27, 28 years old, I had half of the natural in-ring ability that this kid has at 19. It's crazy. Yeah. All right, looks like Noah dropped us a like. Thanks for that, Noah. All right, looks like Noah dropped. I gotta get this saved over to SBJ's page and stuff, don't I? Try to figure out how to do it. Sander or CFT were supposed to be on here, helping me out with it, but there we go. Got that all saved up and shared up on the HWA page for good old SBJ. If anyone on there is watching, you can go ahead and share that little link or something over to other pages, because I don't really know how to do all this crap. Boy, Noah going with is kind of an old school Mexican surfboard sort of submission there. Probably just kind of showing off, taking it right to Hawkins. A second, outside crescent kick, man, those hurt. Noah accidentally caught me with one of those during a training session when I wasn't paying attention, and that definitely hurts, I can tell you that. Sound like I'm hearing voices here on the mic.
Can you hear me? Is this thing working?
Jesus Christ.
Yes, sir, it is me. I have finally found my way here. Apparently security is trying to pull me out, but I will not let them.
CSWA James Sargent checking in, saying hi. How you doing there, Mr. Sargent?
Well, SPJ, maybe you can tell me what I'm missing.
SBJ is out with COVID is what you're missing, you dumb son of a bitch.
Well, you all sound like you and... Oh, wait a minute. Don't tell me you heard the fucking... Oh, no. Oh, no. It's the Marine guy. Oh, no.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Who the hell are you?
Apparently CSWA can't hear CFT, which is probably a fucking great thing, to be honest. Because I wish I wasn't hearing CFT in my headset right now. So you're not missing very much.
Which is weird because my mic settings are set to always allow right now.
Fucking mouthy little prick. So what's going on, CFT? I thought you left us.
Oh, I did. I just come to see how you're doing, and...
You're supposed to be calling this. I only got pulled in here because I needed somebody to fill in.
Ugh. I guess they really were desperate.
Yeah. Make jokes while you can.
I'm telling the truth. I will make as many jokes as I want towards you. And you will sit there and you will like it.
I can't quite do anything about it from here, can I, though, CFT? So I guess you might as well do your licking from a distance here.
Nice and socially distanced from you, just the way I enjoy it.
Yep. Fucking LSBJ got a little too close to you and caught the CFT disease. Now the old man's held up in a fucking hospital bed.
Well, hopefully he dies.
I'm gonna try to forget that I heard you say that. Is fucking John Awesome coming out here looking awesome as always. Look at his hair.
What is your fixation with this man's hair?
Well, have you seen mine?
You don't have
Neither have I. I figure if I had hair like John Awesome, I'd probably be the best looking man in sports entertainment history.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a online dating website for Marines.
Here comes my boy, MDX. What's going on, man? Let's go.
Oh, my God. Someone get this man off commentary immediately. Mute his microphone, please. Save us all.
I hate watching two of my friends fight, but this is definitely going to be a hell of a match.
You have friends? This is...
Two of the best in the business right here.
This is a shocker. I did not know you had friends. I just thought most of your friends, walked out on you or abandoned you.
We all know that you're an expert on getting shockers.
And you have lost your speaking privileges.
Oh, this is a little different view here. Oh, I saw Nightshade earlier. She was buying a bunch of red hair dye, but apparently she hasn't used it yet. Still looking pretty blonde over here.
What did I tell you about going to those hair care places? They're useless for you. You're not getting your hair back.
Hey, it's right outside the arena, all right? I parked the bike down the street.
Why are you riding a bike? You don't have a driver's license? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Harley, you moron. John Awesome with the lion salt. Pulling out shit that we don't usually see John Awesome do. Pretty athletic. I don't know how he flips around and his boot's falling half off, but... That's why he's awesome. Look at the way he dresses and he can still pull off half the stuff that he does.
Yeah, he appears to be a Metallica fanboy.
John Awesome just disrespectful hit Mad Dog X with his own finisher move right there. The X marks the spot. Picking him back up and continuing to beat Mad Dog X with a newspaper here, basically.
That is not a newspaper. I regret to inform you. That is not a newspaper. I don't know what you're seeing, but I'm not seeing it. Have you lost your goddamn mind? Don't answer that truthfully.
Mad Dog, don't pay attention to Nightshade. Get back in the fight. John Awesome, John Awesome right up behind him. Tossing Mad Dog around, and beautiful little hip toss right there. I taught him that.
Yeah, you like to take credit for a lot of things, don't you?
Only things that I do.
Well, you haven't done any of these things. Most of these things are in your head if you think you actually are the reason behind most of it. You're not. So.
That's true. It's been a long time since I've actually performed a hip toss in a ring, but...
Oh, no. Have you ever performed a hip toss? I don't seem to ever remember you doing that.
Well, I was back training, learning how to do this professional wrestling thing. I've done a couple hip tosses. I took my bumps just like anybody else.
Yeah, I took some bumps too, and now look at me, NGW World Heavyweight Champion. I don't see you holding world titles.
That's because I never fought in a place as little as NGW.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were in 3-Dub, right? The big place, right? XBPW. And what did you do in these places? Oh yeah, that's right. You lost. So sit there and shut the fuck up. Thank you.
I won more than I lost. Look at my record.
Yeah, maybe in your head. If you want to believe that, that's fine.
Hey, there's a lot more W's than L's. That's what matters.
I mean, the list of people you lost to, it's pretty fucking big, dude. It's about the size of the Encyclopedia Britannica.
Encyclopedia Britannica is not very big. It's what, 12 inches?
No, but it comes in multiple volumes, just like your shitty career.
Yeah, everyone changes their plans in life every now and then, CFT, kind of like you've been back and forth here.
You changed your plans too when your wife died, didn't you? Oh yeah, that's right. My striking a nerve. Oh, you can't do anything about it because I'm removed. You can't do anything about it, and I'm going to enjoy it.
That's all right there, CFT. You'll get yours. Don't you worry.
No, I won't. You know I will.
Eventually, Big Daddy Drew and the Big Bad EFED broadcast channel will own you pretty soon, and you'll be right back here where I can get my hands on you.
Well, I didn't know you saw Drew Gessner as your daddy. That's pretty weird.
He's everybody's daddy. He is the EFED broadcast channel, the Big Bad Wolf. And there it is. Oh, John Awesome tapping out to MDX.
The muzzle.
I don't think I have ever seen John Awesome tap out to anyone before.
Get it right. That's called the muzzle.
Puts a muzzle on the fucking the amazing, awesome John Awesome here. It looked like he had a handful of that hair as well. That's why I keep mine cut so short.
And here's Remy's checking in.
What's up, Rem Dog? And this is a man that I kind of
see,
saddens me that I never got a chance to get in the ring before I sort of retired here. But
thank God you did. But Remy Resner and I, we have a lot in common. We both despise Sander Cool.
I don't think anybody likes Sander Cool.
To be fair, I mean, yeah, you're probably right. I mean, have you
I don't even think Nora likes him.
Have you noticed that everyone who's come back to 3-Dub from wherever the hell they came from, they immediately point out how terrible it is that Sander Cool's champion? That's universal across the board. Corey Heck, Hollywood Watkins, these guys keep pointing that out.
Looks like old Johnny Awesome's a little discouraged at himself here. The camera shot of him and Nightshade in the locker room. Little words of encouragement from Nightshade here. I don't think I ever heard her really.
Well, I thought he was supposed to be
much.
Simply the best.
That's what he says.
He's not really looking like the best right now, though, is he?
He's looking a little roughed up there, CFT.
Exactly.
Some
he is.
Chair shots from behind sort of did him in pretty well. He's been not quite the same John Awesome since that day. Looks like, the Scottish Warrior, his little challenge last episode, if he can beat basically the top 4 or 5 in the division, he gets a shot at Sander Cool, if Sander still has his title, by the upcoming pay-per-view. So he has his first match in this gauntlet that's set up for the Warrior.
Oh, Noah Youngblood says, if HWA is looking for another heavy hitter, you know who to call.
Noah Youngblood hasn't been in HWA in a couple years now.
That's what
It'd
he
be
said.
nice to see. I can't even call him a kid anymore. He's a fucking snaggletooth veteran nowadays. Talking about snaggletooth veterans, we're about to see the snaggletooth with a blacktooth outlaw make his way out here to take on Warrior.
I guess now is a good time to mention that HWA has partnered up with the anti-tobacco campaign.
We should have done that before we hired this guy on. Looks like he's seen his share of chewing tobacco in his day.
Oh yeah, I saw him with an entire thing of Skull this morning when I came in here to talk to the production crew about what we were going to do today for commentary. And I come in there and there's Outlaw with a freaking joint and some Skull, and also a half-empty bottle of Jack Daniels.
Yeah. I ain't gonna say too much about this guy. I like the Outlaw. I just can't I can't stand within 4 feet of the guy when I'm having a conversation with him. His breath stinks, and he's usually spitting in that nasty-ass bottle of his. Other than that, he's a pretty decent guy.
Well, what are your thoughts on Ian King?
Ian and I, we've had our shares of ups and downs and back and forth over the years. The Warrior for a long time, I wasn't a huge fan of his, but there was a time there where he had my back and we had kind of a little mutual understanding, but I guess all in all, I don't hate the guy.
So it's kind of a love-hate relationship, per se. You kind of love him, but you kind of hate him at the same time.
Yeah, I guess so. Kind of like, when Sander and Nora... Well, speaking of Sander, here's Sander. What the fuck is he doing out here? Sander just gave a quick little punch to the Outlaw. Just a little love tap, just enough to get Ian disqualified. So much for the Scottish Warrior running this gauntlet. Sander Cool just fucked up this gauntlet for the Scottish Warrior with a little love tap, it seemed, onto the Outlaw.
My God, that made the finger poke of doom look like Kenny Omega versus Kazuchika Okada.
Outlaw didn't seem too happy about it either. You definitely could tell he wasn't expecting Sander to come out there, and he hit him so easily that Outlaw didn't even know what to do. It's like Sander wasn't trying to get in a fight. He just came out there to try to fuck with the Scottish Warrior. That's kind of a fucking douchebag move there, Sandy Cool, but...
Sandy Fool, get it right.
I guess now he's not going to have to deal with the wrath of the Warrior here.
I wonder if the Outlaw's going to go for him now.
I don't know, man. Outlaw probably go after anybody, and you got this big monster of a man here, my old friend Caleb Shaw.
Now, you said earlier in the production meeting you were not going to show any bias towards any of your Forged in Pain brothers. And there you are, showing some bias.
Hey, Caleb Shaw is not a huge fan of the D-double here. So I say old friend, I mean like an ex-friend.
You mean guys like Michael Blaze and them who went on...
Right, exactly. Is Caleb Shaw, I don't entirely understand what his issue is with me, but...
Well, while we're thinking about it, can I ask you something real quick? Who is your best friend in Forged in Pain? Just FIP alone.
In FIP alone? Of course, man. That's the Dark Horse, the Bayou Badass, the one and only Colt Shields, man.
You mean the guy who molests alligators and is the reason why there do not molest the alligator sites in Florida?
Hey, when you're Colt fucking Shields, you can molest whatever you want to molest.
So you're confirming it?
I can't confirm nor deny the fact that I've seen Colt Shields fuck up a few alligators.
Oh my God.
Did he fuck them? I don't know, but he definitely fucked them up.
It is probably a good time to mention that our top sponsor here at HWA is the Humane Society, and I'm pretty sure they're not going to be happy with you.
Hey, you've seen, they have on national television, who's the fucking guy that sits there and shoot 'em, and they're shooting alligators on fucking live TV. You can't say anything about Colt Shields manhandling one in his own time. Here's Remy Renzar.
It's Resner.
That's what I said.
You said Renzar, not Resner. It's Resner.
Whatever. He's only here temporary anyways.
Yeah, last time he was here temporarily, he was accompanied by Matt 8-Star, and, you know.
My boy Matty 8-Star is still running around. He's about to kick Sanders' ass here later tonight,
also,
as unbiased as I can say that.
Also, Raymond Fawcett says Outlaws should go after a dentist.
I don't think he should go after a dentist. I think he should go see one about his grill.
You know, you look at this guy in the face, Remy Resner, and he looks like one of those guys who has one of those Twitch channels playing Call of Duty.
That's true. I can't tell if he's got mascara on or not. He kind of looks like a big...
sub to his Twitch channel.
He's kind of like a big, ripped-up Johnny Depp-looking guy.
Well, you know, Devil Dog, one thing about it, have you ever played video games before? Are you a gamer?
I don't know. I guess when I was a kid, I used to play some NBA Jam, like on Sega.
You don't really play video games much anymore? SVA, Devil Dog, you both sound alike.
Nah.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I forget, he can't talk right now. He's got the cough.
Yeah, he caught the CFT.
No. How dare you associate me with COVID-19?
So just for shits and giggles here, who do you got in this one? You think big old Caleb Shaw, the man with the iron fist, is going to take out the main event bully? It's seeming that way, but we've seen Remy take some punishment here.
Well, I will say this. The experience of these two men cannot be denied. We can both agree there. Both of these men, in-ring veterans, they've been there, they've done that. Both of them have captured world championships in multiple promotions. So I would like to say that this one could go either way, but if I have to pick someone, I'm picking Remy Resner. I just think Remy Resner has the it factor, something that Caleb Shaw really doesn't have.
He does have a lot more personality than the big man, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I think back in the, if things were a little bit different, Remy and I could be friends.
I don't know. If Remy Resner was as big of a star back then as he is now, would he have been an FIP? Would you have considered him?
Oh, man, it's not about being a star. FIP was never about being stars. It was just a group of guys that had some shit in common. We basically had to battle our whole lives, and that's what it's all about. We're forged through pain, or forged in pain, man. It's nothing to do with about our skill or talent in the ring, anything like that. I mean, we just had some overachievers that accomplished way more than the hand that we were dealt should have allowed us.
Well, I think it's important to note that these two have split out into the HWA universe.
I don't know. I think they should have more barriers. Like, look how close these fans are. All it's going to take is one of those big ham hocks swinging and missing fucking far left here and clocking one of these kids in the row. This little blonde kid over there.
You mean the kid that kind of looks like Draco Malfoy from Harry Potter?
Yeah, that's the one. At least he has the wherewithal to kind of sit down in his chair. Oh, there he goes. Now he's standing up, mouthy little prick. Look at him yelling at Remy. Look at him. He's yelling at Remy. Mouthy little Macaulay Culkin bastard. Look at him. Apparently he's a Caleb Shaw fan.
Yeah, he's wearing a Caleb Shaw t-shirt.
Oh, true. I didn't notice that. He's got kind of a pompous ass little hairstyle going on. He's probably one of your babies.
I swear I have no illegitimate children. That you can take to the bank.
I don't think either one of these guys are actually trying to win this match, man. They're just beating the shit out of each other, to be honest.
It's not about wins or losses for these two. It's just about destroying one another, and that's what they're trying to do.
I don't see how either one of these men could really destroy the other one. What the hell is it going to take to...
I guess if you want to destroy one of these two men, you basically have to give it everything you've got. I mean, both of these men, their abilities cannot be denied, as I mentioned earlier.
Oh, he just bounced his face off that barrier. Now Remy making his way back down the ringside, climbing over that Blacklist banner there. Blacklist
he's
supposed to be out soon.
Cool. Well, he tried to do one with Sander Cool, but I may or may not have hijacked the production truck.
No, the Blacklist, that's is that just going to be shown up on the EFED broadcast channel, or is that going to be open to something else?
It's going to be on the Facebook, I believe.
Okay.
And
Remy just...
says he wants Remy to punch a baby.
Remy punches
you
babies.
You demented bastard.
Big slam right there from the big man. Remy looks like he hit his head, back of his head on the bottom of those steel steps. Remy is dazed, and that's what it took. The big man, the man with the iron fist, Caleb Shaw, picking up a win with the assist from that bottom step right there, and the ring post, and the apron, and the barricade, and the chair, and the wall,
and the 3 count,
and a couple fans.
Yeah, hopefully one of those kids is not hurt.
You saw the camera flash away there for a second. Actually, Remy tossed Shaw into the front row and took out 4 people. That's why they kind of had to zoom away real quick.
I'm sure we'll have a lawsuit incoming.
Big man Caleb Shaw back in the ring. It's nice to see him fighting in the ring where he's supposed to, instead of just beating the crap out of my boy 8-Star. Look at this, Ian and the Outlaw in here talking to Big Daddy Drew.
They're going to restart the match later tonight?
That's what it shows, yeah, man. Drew's going to let him do it again.
The Outlaw didn't really seem happy about that.
My take was, the bell rang. If you didn't want it to end with a DQ, you should have changed the stipulations of the match, is kind of my opinion, man.
You've got to agree with me when I say this. That's not really Sander Cool's fault. That's not Ian's fault. It's no one's fault, except for Drew Gessner for making it just a regular singles match.
Hey, man, you got things for here. I got to go take my boys down to the ring.
Alrighty, you do that. And, well, ladies and gentlemen, I am here, CFT, doing commentary all by myself. Now, I'm going to tell you all right now, there's a little bit of a delay, but here comes Parabellum, and they're accompanied to the ring by our commentator for the evening, Double D, Devil Dog, the former leader of Forged in Pain, the man who's done a lot in this business, from 3-Dub to New Breed to XBPW. This man has done just about any and everything you could think of. However, there's one thing he hasn't done, and that's beat me. But either way, there you see the 2 men right there, Parabellum. One of the biggest up-and-coming tag teams here in HWA. 2 men who, just like Devil Dog, cannot be denied. These 2 men make for a hell of a tag team. And here we go, got Killer Instinct ringside. That's their opponents. And now I'm going to have to apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I really do not know the names of these 4 guys because I haven't been in HWA for a while. So I'm just going to vaguely describe them when they're into the ring. And, the one guy kind of looks a bit like Devil Dog, the guy in Parabellum. Either way, here we go. Killer Instinct, Parabellum, and the matchup is underway, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. And these 2 men starting up technical. Collar and elbow tie-up. Nice technical start by these 2 men.
Since I'm close enough to the table here, CFT, I'll help you out for a little bit. the two members of Killer Instinct. They're actually the sons of Gorilla Cruz.
Oh, well, who cares about Gorilla Cruz anyway? Except for you.
As for Parabellum, this is my best friend in the ring right now. This is Eddie Gonzalez. He and I came up together throughout different, basically, I can't really get into exactly where we met per se, but both in the military at the same time. Eddie was probably one of the best corpsmen I ever met in my life. And then, of course, the other guy looks like me. He's my younger brother, Jason. So, yeah, you got that right there, CFT.
Jason Hartford, I'm assuming.
It's actually Hodgson. We different fathers, same mother. And he is my little brother.
I'm assuming you both take after your mother more because of the resemblance. If so, you probably needed a lot of alcohol to bang that. Either way, Devil Dog, you go back to doing your thing for a moment. I've got your back.
All right, you have fun.
I'm pretty sure the headset won't reach that far anyway. All right. Either way, we got Eddie Gonzalez in the ring right now and one of the sons of Gorilla Cruz. Devil Dog, come back just real quick. What's his name? Here, can your mic reach that far? I think it can.
This is J Money.
J Money, okay. J Money, and what'd you say this guy's name was again? Jason? All right. J Money and Jason in the ring right now. Ooh, and a little bit of a delay, but what a hell of an enziguri that was. And oh! A huge freak accident for J Money. Oh my God, those right hands, those looked painful. You know he felt every single one of those in a world of hurt after that. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do my best to call this. There's a little bit of a delay on these monitors. Ooh, and another enziguri. So what I see may not necessarily reflect what you see on the screen. Just bear with me, folks. And ooh! A nice neckbreaker from J Money. J Money proving to be a very technically sound competitor, if I do say so myself. And ooh! And then a huge kick, rocket kick. What's he gonna go for now? Oh, a reversal from Jason. And a reversal from J Money. These two going back and forth at the moment. Neither man backing down in this tag team matchup. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, you can only find action like this in the EFBC. The EFED broadcast channel brings you some great EFEDs, such as Worldwide Wrestling 3W, New Breed Wrestling, of course, HWA. I don't know if I mentioned them, but if I did, my bad, I'll say it again. XVPW, Lit. Plenty of great promotions and plenty of great content. You can see matches of the day, promos of the day, some of the promos coming from Outcast Elite Wrestling. Some wonderful content there on the EFBC. So if you're not subscribed to that, what the hell's wrong with you? Go check it out right now. And ooh, what a shot. And Devil Dog looked a bit concerned after that. And the official got knocked out by the looks of things. Got a forearm to the head, and you know that hurt. It's kind of a 2-on-1 situation right now. Parabellum against one of the members of Killer Instinct. I believe it's not J Money. Oh, actually, yes, it is J Money. He didn't hang out. Working on the leg now. I will give J Money credit where it's due. He is great at targeting these limbs. Kind of reminds me a bit of Arn Anderson in the ring. Arn Anderson was known for the limb targeting, and he was just one of those guys who, when you got in the ring with him, you basically have to protect your entire body, because this man was a master of joint manipulation. And J Money's reminded me a lot of that. It appears Devil Dog yelled at the other ones. I don't know what he was saying to him. Probably saying something about his dad. Of course, his dad, Gorilla Cruz, you can see him on JTV nowadays, the PvP League, and that's where you can see Gorilla Cruz, if you actually care enough about Gorilla Cruz. And, ooh, an armbar. You know, ladies and gentlemen, this would be a lot easier if there wasn't a delay. Ooh. Eddie Gonzalez has him in a triangle. And now doing some joint manipulation of his own, per se, going for the leg. Those devastating kicks to the leg. You know those had to hurt, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think he's going to be able to walk right for a week. Also, I see it at the barricade, so I'm going to mention it right now. The Blacklist live on Facebook Live also comes to you through the EFED broadcast channel. And oh, setting it up again, and oh! Kick to the head of Eddie Gonzalez. The cover. And ooh, Jason manages to break it up. You could say, ooh, wait a minute, what's he going for here? Oh! Killer Instinct has the upper hand at the moment. All they need to do is capitalize. It's a 2-on-1 situation. They need to do something, and they need to do it now. If they expect to win this match, Devil Dog looks a bit concerned at ringside. And now it's a 1-on-1 situation. Ooh, and Eddie taken down. But he's back up again. He no-sold it. Eddie Gonzalez running off of pure adrenaline at the moment. That's all I can say about this man. And ooh! Variation of the armbar. But Eddie back on the offense. Gets back on top of him with all these shots and an armbar. And Parabellum will win this one by submission. What a victory for Parabellum. And you talk about a much-needed victory for this tag team. I'm sure Devil Dog will be joining me in a moment.
Yeah, there we go. Back in the win column right there, boys.
Well, delay aside, how'd I do, Dee? I know you heard me.
It's pretty good there, man. I'm no expert on this shit either. I've never called a match a day in my life, but...
Well, I would have done better if there was no delay.
I think I sent, I don't know, I had this list from SBJ. I tried to do a screen share with everyone in the group so they could jump on the app or jump on the system and come on here real time seeing exactly what I'm seeing here, but I don't know if I did this shit right.
Well, I think neither of us are really acquainted with technology, so...
Gonzo making TJ Cruz tap out. Great match there by four people that I know very well. Good friends with Gorilla, of course. Knew his boys from a very young age, so it's kind of cool seeing them in the ring against my brothers there. It's Parabellum, formerly known as the Surplus Marines, from back when we first started here together years ago. Gonzo, Jason, and myself of the Surplus Marines, we formed up, part of the Royal Army.
Well, you know, how many people actually remember the Royal Army besides nobody?
I don't know, probably Joe Rivers.
Well, you know, Joe Rivers is kind of...
Ian Clellan just clotheslining the Outlaw.
That's the Scottish Warrior, Ian King.
He had to change his name from Ian King back in the day because there were too many Kings in 3-Dub, unless that kind of changed.
He went back to Ian King in recent times.
No, maybe he's going by King now. You never keep track of this guy.
Well, some people, and I say we do this for all intents and purposes, they just call him the Scottish Warrior.
It's true. I've been calling him the Warrior usually, but I'm trying to be all professional here.
Well, you know, we can do whatever the hell we want here on commentary. There's no rules. It's not like SBJ's going to tell us what to do.
I guess a small place like HWA can kind of get away with a lot more. not quite under the microscope so much from the Big Bad EFED broadcast channel as some other places might be.
3 up.
I didn't mention any names.
Well,
I know
did.
who signs my paychecks.
Drew Gessner.
Ian, a very peculiar there. Usually you see someone throwing the body on top of someone's stomach to knock the wind out of him. He tries to
Warrior with that one.
jump on his back. Look at just the brute strength of this man. I've been tossed around a number of times by Ian. Definitely a strong boy.
Well, at one point, he called himself the master of Scottish strong style, and that's a nickname that fit him perfectly. I don't know why he dropped it.
His dress doesn't really fit him quite as perfectly as that nickname did, though. I think his Scottish dangler was kind of hanging out there for a second.
Now, we're not supposed to talk about Dixon. But here's my thing. Do you think that with Sander Cool not at ringside for this one and not interfering, do you think Ian can actually beat the Outlaw? You cannot deny the ability of Jason Michaels.
I don't know if either one of these two really beats each other. I think that, to be honest, it's going to be whoever makes the first mistake. Those big ham hocks right there, Jason Michaels. You ever seen the size of this guy, his hand? It's like getting hit with a fucking turnbuckle.
Ian is busted open, too.
Indeed, that Scottish blood pouring all over the EFED broadcast channel logo right here in the center of the ring. I think what Ian's main advantage to this, they're pretty evenly matched. Maybe the striking goes to the Outlaw, but the Outlaw is definitely very high-strung. If Ian can somehow get in his head, Outlaw can tend to go a little off course and not stick to whatever game plan he has. And at that point, he doesn't really care about winning. He's more about hurting you, and eventually that, tends to hurt him once in a while, and he ends up taking a loss now and then because of it.
Well, Devil Dog, maybe you can tell me this, because I'm not completely acquainted with the power rankings right now. Perhaps you can tell me, if Ian defeats Outlaw, who's next?
Shit, man, I wasn't given all this stuff. Let me see if it's in my notes. I have notes somewhere.
Well, Ian won, so who's next for Ian? There it is.
Oh, you made me miss it. I didn't even see what happened.
Ian King with a Claymore kick, knocking out the Outlaw. I didn't know it was possible to knock out the Outlaw. So those black teeth are gone because they just got knocked out courtesy of the Scottish Warrior.
Are you sure the teeth are gone? I never knew there were teeth there in the first place.
Well, what was left of the teeth?
All right, so it looks like, at least for now, until after tonight, you got the Outlaw, you got the clanging and banging one there, Jim Drama, you got Matty 8-Star, and you got John Awesome.
So
those are the four in the list.
So is Jim Drama next?
I don't know if they're going in order from lowest to highest or not, but I guess it all depends on the changing of rankings after tonight. But
and does Sander Cool have any say in this, or is it just going off the power rankings and the power rankings alone?
It's going off the top four in the power rankings, and again, if Sanders somehow has to defend his title between now and then, I guess he could. I don't know if Warrior would still fight him in a non-title match, or Warrior would fight whoever has the title. I'm not sure.
But, well, speaking of Sander Cool, here we go. This is the main event, right?
It is, taking on my buddy Matt 8-Star, and he's got Joe Rivers with him. Joe and I go way back. Joe is actually one of my mentors early on.
A former GM here in HWA, may I add.
Indeed. Short time. He got kidnapped by his old buddy Logan Grimes. I don't know if you remember that fucking piece of work.
Former stablemate of yours, I believe, if I remember correctly.
I never really considered him as part of the downfall of FIP.
Well, I don't know. Joe Rivers, if you remember in his Hybrid Origins interview with SBJ, he referred to Michael Blaze, Logan Grimes, I believe DTM, and a couple others as degenerates.
Yeah. Michael and I were like brothers for a long time, and I've always admitted that I take the downfall mainly on my shoulders. I didn't really agree with everything that they were doing, but my mindset was basically on one thing: getting revenge. I know now that K-Baby, it was her own disease that killed her. But in my mind, I wasn't right, and I swore that somehow someone in 3Dub had something to do with it. Jack Harvey, Ian even had part of it, and I know now it wasn't true. And FIP followed me into 3Dub under false pretenses, which ultimately ended up in our downfall. And I don't know if I've ever come out and said any of that publicly, but
let me ask you this,
that's the truth.
To Jack Harvey and Ian King and everyone else you accused, while you're here on the hot mic, are you openly willing to apologize?
Yeah, man, 100%. Matt actually helped me out a lot, and believe it or not, James Black, two big parts of, along with my brothers and Colt, who came by to say hi a couple episodes ago, but really helped me out, getting me, into seeing the right doctors. And I admit I am on some medication that's helping out, and, therapy. Not too ashamed to admit that, but, it's definitely helping me see things more clearly. So I thank them all. And I do apologize, openly apologize to Jack Harvey, Cody, and to Ian.
But what I was going to ask a moment ago, because he's been on HWA TV a lot, and, since the reboot, you could say. What are your thoughts on Loki?
Yeah, to be honest, I never quite liked the clown. There's no doubt that he's a monster in the ring, but I just honestly, if he's not in the ring fighting, I change the channel. You know what I mean?
He's talking.
I don't really care about anything else this space rapping cowboy guy has to say. Matty H-Star, top ropes here. This could be it for Sander Cool. He dives. That was kind of a weird landing there. Matt chose to do a flying drop kick while Sander was on all fours and caught him in the ribs, but he kind of hurt himself in the meantime.
I think Sander Cool is going to indeed need to see a chiropractor after that.
I don't know if I've ever seen anyone do a flying drop kick onto someone that was on their hands and knees.
We know how inventive Matt H-Star is when it comes to moves.
It's true. I don't know how he keeps doing it.
It's more of a desperation ploy to stay relevant.
You say so, man.
Well, I'm just stating the truth. I mean, the guy stepped away from full-time general manager duties in 3Dub. He's only been seen a few times since then, but where's he been seen a lot since?
Well, you keep talking, he's going to be coming right up here in a second.
Well, Matt H-Star can bring it. I'm not afraid of Matt H-Star.
You can say that since you don't have an in-ring contract here, I suppose.
Well, yeah, because I would make him pass out to the $1 billion dream anyway. I'd beat Matt H-Star's ass.
A lot of people have
He's
said
overrated
that.
Anyway. I'll make him regret leaving freaking general manager position. I'll say that much. I mean, Devil Dog, you're very familiar with the 3Dub roster. Did you hear who replaced him? The franchise.
Yeah, Russell franchise. I was pretty big on the guy for quite a while. He was very talented and a unique personality, but he kind of went a little overboard when he was, caught making love to his world title at one time. I don't know.
So is this the guy who tried to run for president at one point?
Yeah, something like that. He kind of went crazy along the lines of like, the living legend Justin. They have a few screws loose.
I don't know. I kind of like Justin. He makes a lot of points about Sander Cool.
I think he's a little too obsessed with Sander Cool, to be honest. I think he's jealous of Sander Cool's sister wife.
Well, while we were talking and having a conversation, Nora
Sander
actually
Cool going up top. What were you doing, Sander Cool? How is this guy holding a major title both here in HWA and in 3-Dub?
Also in IWA.
And he's doing crap like that. He's got 3 major titles in 3 promotions. And he climbs up to the top rope extra slow while 8-Star was already on his feet. How's he survive doing stupid crap like this? He's like a 13-year rookie. Nora there. Nora is definitely... I know how he does it. Nora, the brains of the operation. Right there, and so does Matt. Matt sees that chair up close.
Oh, my God.
Sander just driving Matt's head against the legs of that chair that Nora snuck in there. And that's got to be it. Matt is out. I don't know how the referee isn't calling that.
I believe in most E-Feds that would be a disqualification.
I guess the chair wasn't in his hands. And there, looks like Joe Rivers stepping up and kind of delivering the same message. Called attention to the referee.
I don't think Rivers is happy about that.
Yeah, Teddy Williams throwing that chair out. Matt catches a break here, but what's this? Sander up on the top rope, crowning the king right there, that double axe handle. Nora, the brains of the operation, 100%, tossing that chair in there. Huge advantage now.
So maybe you can catch me up. Is Joe Rivers more or less the enforcer right now? Like the outside enforcer to make sure everything is clean?
Yeah, I think that's why he was originally signed on, to keep you and your riffraff out, and he and Matt seem to have formed some sort of friendship here, apparently. He remained in his corner, even though you guys, no longer in the picture. At least Havoc isn't. I prefer the term shit can, but here you are, thanks to Drew Gessner still having most of the pull here.
He gave me a commentary contract.
Sander Cool, there's a 2 and a 3 count. Ted Williams tapping the floor 3 times. Sander Cool picking up the win. And what's this? Here comes Joe, the curb stop Messiah. He's taking out both of them. What? The curb stop us. Here it is. The curb stop to Sander.
What the hell?
And now, don't do it. Why are you doing it, Joe? Don't do it. Don't do it. He just stomps Matt, too.
What the hell? Joe Rivers has winning a business for himself.
What the fuck was that about? Joe Rivers have been coming to the ring.
Never trust
with Matty 8-Star.
Joe Rivers. That's all I can say. That is my motto in EFED. Never trust Joe Rivers. A curb stop messiah. A snake in the grass. Everyone knows this, and I'm sure he would own up to it.
I tell you what, man, I could have seen that coming, to be honest. I should have known Joe for so long, but I was even kind of surprised by that. I've seen he and 8-Star a lot together.
You know this, and I know this. Every alliance that Joe Rivers forms, it never lasts.
Yeah, seems to be true.
I mean, Joe Rivers has left every single group he's been in his 7 or 8 year career in this business.
Yeah,
let's look at some verses. The Royal Army, he left them. Heel Money and 3-Dub, not long ago he left them. And now look, he severed his alliance with Matt 8-Star.
Let's watch that real quick again here. Just
you got
the viciousness. Replay? Yeah, I got some instant replay. Hold on, where
John Awesome checking in at the very end.
Yes, Sandy. We see Sandy here picking up a win, and here Here comes Rivers, taking them both out. He actually went after 8-Star first, and there's one curb stomp using the left foot. Comes back around the other side. And he stomps out Matt with the right foot. Joe Rivers
God.
is now ambi dickheadstress or something here.
One of the most devastating finishing moves in all the business right there. The curb stomp.
Here we see the aftermath.
And Joe Rivers does it perfectly. I will say that. So you know that curb stomp had to hurt. But I do have to ask you something, DD.
Both of them laying out.
Like I said, you know Joe pretty well. Do you think that it's a possibility that Joe Rivers is trying to throw himself into the East Coast title picture?
That's exactly what he's doing, to be honest. I mean, everywhere Joe's been, you know, he's tried to be the top guy. I mean, in our industry, if you don't want to be the top guy, well, what are you here for? So, I mean, no doubt he is. And, you know, Rivers actually, back in the day when HWA first formed, he was one of our first major champions. So, I mean, he's looking for gold back in HWA again after years.
It has been a while since he's held a belt here, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, years.
I mean, was it?
Years.
I mean, wasn't it back when this promotion was called FIP, or did he hold one in HWA?
Yeah, 100%. He was the battle. What the hell was the title called? Battleground Champion, Battleborn Championship. Yeah, something like that.
He held that belt.
Yeah, he
and
did.
Remember, of course, we talked about it a couple times on here. He had that match that lives in EFED infamy nowadays against Bobby Wade. A match that's been talked about for years since.
Yeah, definitely. The infamous beard oil.
And
what
pepper
was
powder.
it, like pepper powder or something in the beard oil? It was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Set up by Tiffany.
Definitely an unforgettable moment in the history of FIP/HWA. But a genius move on the end of Tiffany Rivers, may I add.
Yep, definitely. I don't know where Sarah Wade was that whole time. I thought she was signed here then too, but I don't remember her being part of that scenario at all. I figured she'd have something to say with Tiffany coming up there and, you know, getting close to her husband.
I do have to ask you this, because you seemingly have some pull behind the scenes here in HWA, like an advisor of sorts. Is there a possibility that Bobby Wade may show up again one day? Or Aaron Wade, or one of the Wades?
I don't know. Aaron seems to keep in touch here. I don't know what his plans are, to be honest. He's been
But would you be open to Bobby Wade being here?
I got no issues with Bobby Wade. Bobby and I, again, we go way back. I knew him just as long as Joe Rivers. The only
Did you say Bobby Wade discovered you, essentially?
Yeah, man, yeah. In a bar, Bobby actually introduced me to James Seal. Bobby Wade may have been the champion at the time, I believe, in IWA, and I met him in a bar, and it's kind of funny. Gonzo, Jason, and myself, we got in a little bit of a scuffle there, and Wade saw us fighting and kind of said, like, hey, come meet this guy, and brought over, and we hung out with he and James Seal, and, you know, they gave us a temporary contract, and, you know, kind of liked what we did, and then signed us on with the Royal Army to kind of come in as some extra muscle. And that's how it got started, man.
Well, either way, what a show.
Hey, it's been a long haul, a lot of ups and downs for me in the industry. I probably would have been
back next week too, because SPJ's in quarantine for 2 weeks. That's COVID.
I don't know, man. Maybe. I haven't heard yet. You were supposed to be the main guy. I was just filling in.
I was late. Either way, next week, once we get off air, Devil Dog, and we can talk privately, I'll tell you about maybe someone I can call to maybe, you know, come to the show with you maybe next week. So if SPJ's not up to par yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure yet, man. I haven't heard.
Well, I know some people, SPJ. Sorry, I mean, again, I'm so used to sitting here right by SPJ. I mean, SPJ, get better. I mean, I didn't mean what I said earlier about hoping you would die. But either way, Dee Dee, I mean, Like I said, you need someone, a broadcast partner next week. You let me know, and I'll get you somebody. You know, I know a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm sure if I'm stuck here doing it again, people don't want to hear me tripping all over the place trying to
Ugh.
call this shit. But
I mean, I tried to call a match on a tape delay, so I mean, it doesn't get any worse than that.
it was a pretty good show though, man. A lot of shit going on. I hope everyone enjoyed it. I know you're probably missing good old SBJ. I know I do. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here trying to push these buttons and shit, but we made it through, and it was a pretty good episode. At least a lot of action, a lot of cool stories going on right now. So, I'm hoping that whoever's watches jumps on and has a chat with us. I'm going to be kind of running the page from a little anonymous profile, but
Well, it's not very anonymous if you're telling them you're the anonymous person.
well, it's set up as a temporary account, basically. So that's all. They didn't want to give it a name because it's only going to be a temporary thing, and multiple people can use it. So it's not just me, but it's kind of like a company account, basically. But yeah, man, it was fun. Finally, actually having a conversation kind of with you without wanting to punch you in the mouth the whole time was, kind of different.
Well, as you can tell, I have a professional side to me.
All right. Well, I guess this is where we. I don't know. Is there a right way to sign off and say goodbye to this thing, or what?
Well, Devil Dog, I'll leave it up to you. Come up with something. I don't know.
All right, fuckers, whoever's watching, thank you for jumping on here, watching this show. SBJ, as you can see there, the cute little picture on the screen, he's out with COVID. So maybe myself and possibly CFT or some other schmuck will be on here calling matches in his place. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit that little like button thing. If you haven't subscribed already, do so. Maybe give it a share. I'm going to go finish drinking this bottle of bourbon that I have here beside me and have myself a good night, wishing that I was back in the ring. That's it.
Oh, good night, everyone.